So the reason why I'm doing this video, because like I said before in my previous video, I'm just trying to give my personal experience or my personal opinion about certain things through the experiences that I've come across. And yeah, like so is getting initiated a good idea? Um I think it all depends on what you want to do. If you're somebody who's looking to have your life straightened out and just live a good life. Your kids or your family live a good life. Everybody's healthy. You're just going through your life with no problems. My personal opinion, I don't think it takes initiations to do that. Um, this is just having a spiritual worker in your circle, and the person is able to constantly help through the situations, however they're able to help, depending on the spiritualist. Um, a lot of times, I think that's like your best bet because being initiated, it tends that you tend to have to take care of deities or spirits or honor your contracts or whatever the case you want to call it, or however the case, whatever the case may be. This is a constant, ongoing thing. Um, it could be weekly, it could be daily, whatever however the contract is spoken is made out between you and the deity. Um, that's pretty much how you're gonna have to deal with it. Now, initiations, most of the time, this is what's gonna happen with initiations. Now, this can happen with you not being initiated, depending on the circumstance of why you're going to the spiritualist. You may need to be given something. So, but for the majority of us, I feel as if you don't really need to go and get any fetishes or anything like that. People can actually do work for you, especially if you're somebody who's not in like a dirty, fucked up lifestyle. You feel me? Like if you're somebody who pretty much keep their nose clean, just go through every day, yeah, things are gonna, there's negative spirits or negative entities out there that's gonna want to play around, and their playing is gonna be negative, and they see you and they're gonna attach themselves. So the spiritualists that could do something to take that off, but for the most part, yeah, I feel as if you getting initiated could it has pros and it definitely have cons. But like I said, if you're somebody who just living a regular life, not being involved in the streets, not being around a lot of fucked up individuals, you're just a basic life and you just want to have a better life, then me personally, I don't think you have to get initiated for that. That's just a spiritualist doing work for you. Um, yeah, so one thing I don't want to sit down on this video and make it really long, but I do want to talk about the pros first because I'm not someone, like I said, I'm not for initiation and I'm not against initiation. I just think that it depends on the individual. Now, some of the pros that you definitely gonna have with being initiated is you're gonna have a network of people. A lot of times when you're initiated into a house, there's a lot of people who's coming with the same mindset or close mindset or a close goal of what you're trying to accomplish. And they have a lot of information, you know what I'm saying? They have a lot of information on different spiritualists, on different ATRs. They may be able to do certain work for you that, your god brother or your god sister may be able to do certain work for you if the godparents allow it. That may be cheaper than you actually going to your godparent. Yeah, you get to see, um, with you having the people around, you also get to hear about the stuff that the godparent was able to do for them to also see, like I said before, that if that's a godparent that you would like to get involved with. That's definitely one of the pros of having that. Um, Another good thing about getting initiated, I'll say this is more so to people who want to dwell in the spiritual arts. You have godparents who have knowledge. A lot of times, especially being initiated to being like a priest or a priestess, you have godparents who have knowledge because I'm telling you right now, as someone who, me, who's a practicing sorcerer, a lot of times my information have to come directly through my guardian angels, quote unquote, and I have to gather the understanding as best as I can and react and find out the conclusion of it through trial and error. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes when you have a godparent, it just makes life easier if they're willing to share that information. It is, hey, listen, go get that part, get that part, get this, put this together, sing this, do this. You feel me? And it's just laid out. It's just a lot easier sometimes. And majority of the time, you're gonna know it's gonna work because these people, this is what they do. You know, this is what they do when a client comes to them. So the reason why they're using it is because it works, you know. So, like I said, knowledge, and in this spiritual game, knowledge is a big fucking thing. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like it doesn't. Like people will say, "Oh, I got this spirit, I got that spirit." Man, to me, all that shit don't fucking matter. What matters is knowledge, because you can have a fucking spirit, but if you don't know how to work with that spirit, deal with the spirit, give the spirit the tools that it need, guess what? That spirit is obsolete to you. Like it don't make no sense you not having this spirit. Like you feel me? So, like, yeah, man, knowledge is everything. And when you get in this shit, you have godparents. Godparents have knowledge because usually they was taught from a person, that person was taught from a person, and so forth, so on. So you could get like 100-year-old knowledges in like friggin' 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Rather than you have to go out there and search for that or create it on your own. You know. But not to talk bad about, not to make out other sorcerers feel bad out there. When you create it on your own, it's your own, and you know it. The work is in and out what everything means. So everything has its pros and cons. Yeah, it take you longer to create your own if you have that power. Because I'm somebody who believes that not everybody have the power to be a sorcerer, or I don't know if the female term is a sorceress, but yeah, I don't feel like everybody has that power. But I believe, and Jamaicans, they say that has to be in you, not upon you. So yeah, that's one of the good things. When you actually learn the information for yourself. Um, Another part with getting initiated, a good thing is depending on the type of um, religious system or spiritual system that you're going to be dealing with, you're going to get real religious artifacts, deities, fetishes, whatever you want to call them. Majority of the time, when you get initiated in a house, especially a reputable house, you're going to get real official religious artifacts, deities, fetishes. I don't know, call it whatever you want to call it. Inkisis, orishas, whatever you want to call it, you call it. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get the real deal. A lot of times when I've even seen like that's it's like so I laugh at everything, even if it's good or bad sometimes. So I can't help it. But I remember one time I was watching a video of a babala that was he's there was I don't know what this person was, but this person received I believe I don't know if it was an Eshu or Edegua, depending on if it's Ifa or not. But the only thing that this Eshu Edegua had was some friggin' a dollar in palm oil stuck in it. Like now, I'm not no Babalao. I'm not no I believe the correct term is like Abaraisha or Santero. I'm not none of those, but as somebody who do practice with sorcery, and I do consider myself an ancestral sorcerer, um, I'm pretty sure that that a dollar bill and palm oil isn't the only thing that goes inside of a elagua or eshu, especially eshu. So yeah, that sometimes, like I said, getting in the house, especially a reputable house, means that you get real religious artifacts. It means that these things is known to have quote unquote ashe, the power that you need to help you out in your life, the medicine, whatever you want to call it, to get it done. So yeah, that's one of the good things. That's another pro of actually dealing with getting initiated into a house. Um, the cons, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, but the cons that I would say is limited, like especially if you're someone who's this what I'm about to say is more someone who's into who want to do witchcraft, who want to do um spiritual work for people. When you get initiated into a house or you get initiated into a system, it is just that, it is a system. So you have to stay alongside of that system however you was taught, because without accurate knowledge or certain like information, yo, you could you can really fuck yourself up in this game. And when the spirits understand a certain system for, you gotta understand, like you may be coming to this 10, 20 years, your godparent may be in the 40, 50 years, but you gotta remember they had godparents, their godparents probably had godparents. And that system may have been going on for 200, 300 years. I don't know how long, depending on the house. You feel me? So the spirits are part of that house is used to maneuvering in a certain way and doing a certain way. And when you get initiated to that, they expect you to do it a certain way. Now, I may be wrong, but this is from my personal experience and how I've seen things. So I said, if you have your own opinion or your own facts, whichever you want to call it, then do it however you want. You understand? But from what I've gathered, when you get initiated into systems, everything that's in that system, you're gonna have to correspond with it. Um, that means that if you have a certain spirit that you have to deal with, and it may only allow only a certain spiritualist of a certain level could actually feed or deal with this, then that's the way it rolls, man. Like you can't jump the gun and say, listen, it's my shit, I'm gonna do this. I mean, you can, and it may have happened. It may happen for certain people. I'm not gonna say it hasn't happened for certain people, because especially when we talking, especially talking about the Ifa system with Odu, we know that there's a vast majority of Odus, and a lot of times each Odu can represent a person. So there's a lot of people out there. You get what I'm saying? So some people can actually go out there and break the laws of the system that they're involved in, and nothing may not happen to them. I don't know, but I know majority of us were screwed. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing. When you get initiated and you're trying to be a spiritualist or whatever, those spirits are set to a system, and you now have to follow that system because who you think you are. You just stepped in here and you already trying to change the game. Like humble yourself. You feel me? Another thing I'm gonna definitely talk about with initiations is the cost. Now, I say we know when it comes to the spiritual game, I don't care if you're a Christian or not, man. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna cost. So this could be initiations could be expensive, man. Especially if you're somebody who's fucked up in life, and this is why you come in looking for a spiritual system or a priest or a priestess, so you can actually get better yourself and get out the situation that you're in. You're gonna have to you pay for it. And like I said, it's hard sometimes because sometimes depending on the house you in, yo, they want top dollar, bro. Like they're like, yo, if I'm giving you this, then you gotta give me $5 grand. I don't heard somebody paying 15 grand for one. Well, not to get initiated. I mean, not that's for a ceremony to priesthood. So let me not go to there. But get initiation is not light work. And like I said, and I think when you pay that now and you get initiated now, you gotta know what you're dealing with, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not calling no names out, you feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it. I got initiated one time, like, yo, they gave, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was initiated to Ifa. Yo, these niggas gave me a shoe. I'm like, yo, I don't even know that shoe name. What that shoe is this? Niggas don't want to tell me that shoe name, bro. You get what I'm saying? So now I paid to initiate into something. You feel me? Whatever the price was, I paid it, and now I don't even know what Orishas is with me. You get what I'm saying? How do I even call this proper Orisha, know what this proper Orisha like? And then now the Babalawo don't want to tell me certain things. You get what I'm saying? So that's one of the things you got to deal with, man, when you get involved in initiations, man. You got to know what exactly who you getting initiated to, because it sounds like a good idea and everything goes good, and then when you actually in it, you realize like, yo, it ain't exactly what you thought it was gonna be. So, cost. Don't run. Like I said, don't be a dumbass motherfucker like me or get all, oh yeah, we following that God, we follow. Man, fuck all that shit, bro. Like, don't just rush to get initiated and get all happy because, like I said in my previous video, they will take that being that naiveness and use it. And I wasn't just with that Babylon. I was in the first house. I was with another Babylon before that house. So that's to show you, you in this. And when, that's another thing. a con. That's another thing when it comes to the spiritual. I don't want to go off, but that's another thing dealing with the spiritual systems. You may be jumping from priest to priest because a lot of these motherfuckers may not like the way you look. You may come around and they don't like the way you smell, but they like your money, and after a while they don't want to deal with you. I don't know what these people wake up and they probably read an old dude say, yo, they like they godparent gonna knock them down, like they godchildren's gonna knock them down or some shit. They're like, oh what? Oh fuck you say. I don't know what these some of these spiritualists see, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what some of these spiritualists see. Like, even, it could be even like any system, bro. Some of these people, I don't even know how. And and me talking this way, I'm sure there's some priests and priestesses that'll even tell you. I don't know how some of them even get initiated. They crazy as shit. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, expensive initiations, expensive ceremonies. Because not even when you want to be a priest after you get initiated, they say, oh, you got to be a priest. Boom, 15 grand. And they might say you need two different ceremonies, and each gonna be 15 grand. So you have 30 grand right there. You do the math. If it's something you can live with, it's something you can deal with, then you take that route. Now say everybody's gonna pay 15. I think the cheapest I've ever heard is like I said, 7 grand. Um, for people from America, man, if you from wherever they originally from, I've heard it go way cheaper than that. But you can't get mad. Like this is the game that we play. You feel me? Um, Another con, it could actually a con or a pro, depending on how you want to look at it, is you're going to partake in a lot of ceremony. You could partake in a lot of ceremonies, you know what I mean, and attending work, you know what I mean. So when you get into a house, there's a lot of like drummings and ceremonies and um there's different ceremonies that goes on now. Depending on how you are as an individual, and also depending on your house, this could be a real good thing, or it could really be a real bad thing. And for instance, if you're somebody who likes to go out and see new things, then and hobnob and talk with people, then you being initiated and going to these houses and seeing um whatever DTs come down and talk directly to you, give you the information. That is a blessing, especially like I said, if you're somebody who's into that. But if you're somebody who's not into partaking in these things, then like that might get a little bit annoying to you to have to constantly show up here, bring this here, bring this liquor here, you know what I mean? Spending money and constantly doing things, So um, that's definitely that could be a pro or con depending on how you look at it. Like I said, my first time when I started going to, because it's different spiritual systems I was around, depending on what peoples I was around or whatever. But going to their ceremonies and seeing their deities and hearing things that they got to say and seeing how they interact, it was an eye-opening experience. You get what I'm saying? It definitely was an eye-opening experience. So, but I'm a type of person I like to see stuff like that. So that was a pro for me. But like I said, I know some people, man, they get tired of going to those types. They don't want to go. Godparent call you. I got, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm on the block. Whatever the case may be, they're not trying to go to that. So for them, it was a combo. For me, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, information is power. So anywhere I could get knowledge is always, I'm always gonna be there. Word. But another thing, be careful. The cons too is fucking amongst the what do you call that? Fucking amongst the members of the house, the church, whatever. This could get real messy, man. This could get real messy, bro. Like, oh, girl, whatever you want, whoever's listening, this could get real messy. Be very careful with that because you'll be talking about somebody and this person will be doing you dirty. You just venting and you don't even know that the person is secretly fucking the godparent or fucking the person you're talking about. You get what I'm saying? And like you already know when people are having sex in a house that people are supposed to be like quote unquote family looking out for you, like that can end up really bad, end up with a lot of situations, a lot of bad problems. So, anytime fucking is going on and nobody has a real relationship or know each other, that's a lot of emotions. And depending on who's in there, the emotions can end up for the bad sometimes, or it can end up for the worst. I mean, for the best sometimes too, depending on who you meet. You know what I'm saying? But that's another con. Fucking amongst the members, man. Be careful with that shit, bro. Be careful with that. Be careful bringing your woman, your girl, your kids around. because at the end of the day, a lot of, like I said, a lot of these, not a lot, but some of these priests, the priestesses, they're not right, yo. And you can even ask other spiritualists. I'm necessarily sure they agree with me. Sometimes we don't know how a motherfucker end up getting initiated. Like, yo, the people didn't see the 600 bitch that was putting in this shit. But yeah, man, that's how it goes sometimes, you know. So be careful with that. Be careful with that talking because you don't know who's fucking who, and that could end up going crazy. Um, and another thing, another con that could be with getting initiated or getting a godparent, um, if the godparent been doing their thing for a long time, I pretty much feel like you should be good. You get what I'm saying? But if the godparent just started, then yo, that's gonna be it could be a con. It could definitely be a con, or it could be a pro because let me give you two scenarios. It could be a con in the sense that the spiritualists, because a lot of spiritualists don't grow in this type of lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? They just signed, they got the bread and they wanted to do it. So they was fortunate enough to have the money to get into it, and then they just do it. They just get initiated into the whole system. A couple months, maybe a year, and now they're telling you could be their godchild, but then they don't know shit. They don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to, like everything they do, they have to run back and resort to their godparents and helping you. And like I said, that could be timely because now you want to solve your situation, but this person don't know how to go to, so they gotta go speak to the godparent, da 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 da, learn that information, or it could be costly because then now you gotta pay two motherfuckers. You gotta pay the person who's gonna teach him and him, or her, the spiritualist. So that's a con. You don't know how long, especially like they knew, you don't know how long they've been doing their thing, man. And like I said, a lot of these people, they're more worried about the money than they're worried about their name being ringing bells, man. Like I said, they're more worried about their bank account than their credit score. You feel me? So, in my opinion, you got to be very careful with this because you do not want to be paying out people for you to pay them money and then your situation is fucked up and then depending on the spiritualist you got some spiritualists they fuck your shit up, they will fight to make your shit right. You get what I'm saying? Because they really, like I said, they want their names to ring bell. But you got a lot of the spiritualists I'll tell you, yo, fuck you. You get what I'm saying? Fuck you. You ain't do the shit right. Go eat a dick. You ain't no spiritualist. You can't do shit to me. Cocky attitude. You get what I'm saying? Not even a cocky attitude. A fucking thief. That's a thief. But yeah, um, like I said, I try not to go too long with these videos, but I just want to get these things up. I said I'm a sorcerer. I'm not a priest or a priestess. This is just things that I've come across, and like my people out there, I just want y'all to. I wish there was somebody that was able to tell me certain things. You feel me? Trial and error, because trust me, the spiritual game is wicked. There's some there could be some good smiles and some laughs in this, but you play with these things the wrong way and meet the wrong people. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of tears, a lot of anger. All depends on what the path you take and how is it meant to be. All right, and especially with the all white wearing motherfuckers. All white wearing motherfuckers. Sometimes they be wearing all black underneath that shit. Fuck out of here. Anyways, yo, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to drop 2, 3 videos a week. Yeah, you already know what it is.